Hello and good morning, afternoon, evening. It's probably going to be Saturday morning when you see this, unless you live down under, and then it will be some other day of the week. I don't know. Today, what a day, huh? I'm recording this Friday afternoon, and you'll be, unless you're Patreon, you'll see it tonight, but tomorrow morning, you'll be recording or listening to this with a cup of coffee. Sarah, there's 100 of you have told me, I just love to sit down and listen to you and your dog, watch your dogs and listen to the video and really enjoy my Saturday morning with a cup of coffee and listen to your shows. Do you know how incredible that is to hear from somebody that they actually do that and enjoy something that I put out there that makes them really enjoy an aspect of their life? Do you know how like unbelievably touching that is to somebody who just anyway? It's incredible, and thank you all. What a day. I know there's a lot of disappointment in the XRP crew, and particularly the Cardano crew. Boy, they really got kind of hammered today. Prices did almost exactly what I thought they were going to do, which was go down and go down big. Obviously, Wall Street's crashing. Not crashing, but they took a big hit this whole week. So there's a lot of that going on, obviously. I want to talk about XRP as I usually do. Don't give up hope. Just because you're not yet, I'm going to use the words yet, a strategic reserve coin, doesn't mean you can't be or won't be in the future. Because let's face facts, Donald and that whole group of people don't know everything that the future brings, which you and I understand. And Brad Garlinghouse in the room, his presence was obvious. And we know that the utility of what this coin's going to do is going to change financial banking world for, well, the whole world to see going forward. So let's remember that. We have that in our back pocket. Let's also remember that he, being Mr. Trump, is really not having a great day when it comes to great day, year, week, month of dealing with bankers and banking. So what does that mean to you if you own XRP coins? You know what that tells me? Great. That's good. Because he can really push, oh, okay, I don't really like my relationship. I don't like the way you bankers or BRICS nations or other people have treated my US dollar. So I'm gonna go halfway with you guys in the future, and I'm gonna talk about really using Ripple as an American company, and I'm gonna use them, and they're gonna be my right-hand man going forward in the future. Think about that concept. Put that in the back of your pea-sized brain, my pea-sized brain, and hold that real tight, because I think that's going to come back, and there's going to be a time when the whole world's going to say, wow, of course we use XRP in banking. That day is going to come. Do you want the coin that is being used on a transactional basis daily to be in a reserve? Not necessarily, really, do you? So a lot of people are missing that right now. Let's talk about what I mention all the time. XRP is kind of like the credit card. Bitcoin is like the bar of gold. You put the gold in the safe and you don't use it and you don't transact with it. Credit card you keep in your back pocket and you go everywhere in the world with it and use it everywhere. Well, that's what the banks are going to do. You know, I know XLM is probably a better exact match to a credit card, but you get my point. You don't just put your credit cards in the vault and lock them up for safety and collateral. It's not a collateralized item. Okay? Remember that, guys. So don't get too down or too disappointed. We're part of the big picture here. Otherwise, that man wouldn't be in the room, Mr. Garlinghouse. Also, you and I know way too much about what's going on in the banking world for it not to come our way. So, I want to talk about ROI, return on investment, for XRP is bigger and better than it's ever been because of today. Today was a massive day. Do not get down. Don't get this wrong, okay? I'm going to close, so you guys who aren't into Bitcoin, you don't want to watch the second half of the video because there's some really cool things happening in Bitcoin. But that return on investment is still a better trade with XRP than it is Bitcoin. To double your money, Bitcoin has to go to 200 grand. We only need to get to $5 for a better return on your crypto expenditure. Your money, your hard-earned cash gets to double quicker with XRP. Again, I'm speculating. We're all speculators. That's what we do in the crypto space. But I'd say we got a lot of speculation right. We nailed a lot of this, right? I mean, correct? Haven't we nailed a lot of these trades? We're doing really good. So ROI still stands with those coins. I still believe in Cardano. I still believe in a lot of these projects that are going to be in the room. They're going to announce more. There's going to be more and more and more coins being adopted and brought into the room. I heard some scuttlebutt about Sui today. Sui, or whatever they're pronouncing it now. There was a lot going on today. A lot of moving parts. I know it was a bit of a nothing burger for me too. I was like, that's it? You guys are going to sit around and talk about what a great guy that, Trump is? That's it? That's all we got going on here? It was bigger than that. Today was a revolutionary day. Any of you that have been in crypto as long as I have, 8 years now, this is what we dreamed of. In fact, many of us never dreamed this day was going to happen. It's that big. It's history in the making. And you're saying, oh, well, they can just, the next president will come along and just change it all. I think 4 years from now, I want to talk about that in a minute. 4 years from now, we're all going to be in a situation where we're going to say, wow, that was so huge what it did for our country. Look how many multimillionaires, were created by crypto and what the previous administration did. How is the next administration going to come along and just go, oh, we're just wiping all that out, and all you millionaires, you're out on the street? Do you understand how big today was? That's how big it was. I've shared this story many times, and it's one of the more vivid stories it's not a story, it's actually a dream I had. And I don't have a lot of really vivid dreams, but this one was big. And I'm just throwing this out there because all of a sudden it's starting to feel like, wow, I got that wrong. The dream got that wrong, but maybe it didn't. Interesting little thought. I had a dream. I was so vivid. It was like watching a movie, okay? I'm staring down. There's snow on the ground. I'm staring at my boots. I'm wearing a black trench coat. I never wear a trench coat. I'm wearing a black trench coat, and we're all kind of standing out in the cold, and everybody wants to be there. And there's Donald Trump putting his hand on the Bible, swearing himself in to be president. And behind him, it says 2028. I told everybody the last 4 years, well, I don't think he's going to win the election because I had this very vivid dream, and maybe my dream's completely wrong. Wow, he won this election. And then I started thinking about it. I thought, what if they want him back for a third term and they're willing to do whatever it takes to make it happen? I know you Trump haters out there. Oh my God, he just said that. I'm just saying, it's just a dream. Who knows, right? Nobody ever knows what those things mean. I'm not a big dream guy, I'm not JSNP 4. That's not my thing. My energy works in different ways than dreams. I want to talk about Bitcoin. I know this is where all you XRP people, you can just go ahead and click off if that's your whole thing, but it's really important to the big picture of crypto. When they say you're not going to spend any money to purchase more Bitcoin from taxpayers' money, that means tax-paying money, right? Does that mean, I don't know, he keeps talking about $5 million citizenship? No, that's not taxpayer money. No, it's not. Interesting that, isn't it? How about, he keeps talking about selling BLM land. Well, selling land isn't charging taxpayers. Selling gold, I'm not saying or suggesting. I think that'd be a really bad idea, by the way. I'm not really into that. I know a lot of people have put it out there, including Mr. Saylor, and there's some other people that have talked about it. I don't think it's a good idea. Personally, I would not do that. Okay. Anything seized, it kind of looks like laws are getting a little more clear, so I don't think there's going to be so much of that, but, who knows? Could be some more scam bankmans out there. But there's a big one that I've been talking about since I started this channel. I met with a man, I had a phone call with a man, and I've talked to him 2 or 3 times. He was actually at Mar-a-Lago. I talked to you people about this numerous times, and I talked to people until I'm blue in the face, and they still didn't believe it, and they don't believe it, and they don't believe it, and then today occurred. And what I was talking about was Bitcoin is different from the other coins. Why is it different, Allan? No, it's not. It's not as good. It's not as fast. Doesn't have the utility. I totally agree with all that. I totally get it. I'm pretty much 90% an XRP guy, right? Okay. But what does Bitcoin do that XRP does not? I know a lot of people, you waste a lot of electricity and it's dog slow. The electricity part. Remember what Trump said back in Nashville. Bitcoin is the new oil. The new oil is electricity. They're going to make a ton of electricity. I heard from a man who was in Mar-a-Lago who said they're basically going to promote all locations, all hydros, all everything they can to produce electricity and burn fossil fuel as fast and as hard as they can to make it cheaper for all of us to create more electricity because they need it for AI. And then what that discussion was told to me was to mine Bitcoin. China comes out today and says what? This is war. This is a digital war. Vladimir Putin, a month or 2 ago, came out and said, you can't stop Bitcoin. These leaders are understanding that this is a digital war. Jason Lowry, who's the space commander, has a book about it. He's not psychic. He put the math together. This is the new digital war that nobody wants to fight it with bullets anymore. They're saying, oh, U.S. is going to stockpile these things. They already got 200,000 of them secured, and they're going to start mining. They're going to start drilling for oil, and they're going to start fracking. They're going to start opening up, oil fields. They're going to start getting it from Canada, oil from Canada. They are going to produce electricity like they have never before. I was talking to a guy that knows a lot about these giant turbines that are using so much copper right now. The copper's exploding in price, and they can't make these massive turbines fast enough for U.S. demand. U.S. demand. Well, who's buying that? Facebook isn't buying that. That's right. Your government is buying that. Is that taxpayer money? Kinda, but not really. They're going to mine Bitcoin, and they're going to do it big time. When Donald Trump said it wasn't a Freudian slip all the way back in Nashville, he told everybody, Bitcoin's made in America. He told you that. This is a strategic asset now. It's a strategic digital war. It's an arms race digitally. I've talked about that since I've had this channel. Almost 4 years now. I've been discussing that exact fact. And I want people to understand that proof of work is not dead, and it's not going to die because it makes too much sense. I don't want to get into the million parts of why I think it's so important, but let's just simply put it like this. If you want to have a solar panel in your backyard and you got a little laptop, you can make $2, $5, $10, $15 a day not mining Bitcoin because you can't compete with that. But there's Ravencoin, there's Litecoin, there's all these other coins that you can mine. Okay, Caspa. There's all these coins that you can mine through proof of work in the middle of the desert. On your own roof. You have a money tree. Anywhere you can produce electricity, you can earn a living. Sunshine. There's sunshine almost everywhere on this planet, for God's sakes. You now have the ability to earn a living creating coins through proof of work. And I know. Well, that pales in comparison to DAX and AMMs. I totally get it, totally agree. But what I'm talking about is the use case and the need for electricity going forward. And electricity is going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper, because I truly believe that not only do I know, as many of you know, I believe it was Trump's uncle that was actually one of the first people that walked into Tesla's place after he died. They hauled trunks of information out of his place. And I happen to know that he and Elon have combed their way through that. I'm sure of that fact. That tells you that they're going to launch innovation that is going to create electricity. The best way to use electricity isn't for a light bulb in somebody's house. You can make 5 times as much money mining coins with it. My dog is totally going to knock this camera over, than you can light bulbs or using digital laptops for energy. This camera's going down, guys. So let's just, oh boy, that was close. I probably quite sure you guys got the nose right there. Jess, get down, big guy. Come on. No, get down. He wants to be in camera. He's not quite the camera hog that Bruno was, but anyway, I'm rambling on now, and I hope you guys got something from this. I love you all. What a great day in our history of mankind today was. You weren't left out if you're an altcoin. You totally were not. You are a big part of what this world is going to. So it's not just proof of work. Proof of stake it's got a bigger future probably in the long run of life. But I'm going to tell you that mining Bitcoin is not going to cost the taxpayers of America anything to do. I'm just telling you that right now. And they didn't talk about it today. It's kind of on the down low, but it does. I want to bring this up before my dog knocks his camera over. Isn't it interesting that the 3 largest exchanges all thought, okay, I'm talking about Jesse at Kraken, Brian, I'm talking about Coinbase, and I'm talking about the twins. All of them who sell all of the coins said this: I only want Bitcoin on the strategic reserve. Why? And I had a theory last night. I have a brand new theory today. Why is that? Because, guys, there's 40 billion XRP coins left. How many Bitcoin are left? Very few. And now we're in a digital arms race for what's the remainder of. They understand, they see the 10-year out picture. In this country, every country, you should urge your country to purchase as much Bitcoin as humanly possible, because there's not going to be a lot left of it. And then you're going to be stuck out there, and they're going to then multiply its significance to mankind going forward, because there's leverage over the countries and the people that don't have it. Remember, I'm not a maxi. Don't accuse me of being one. And I'm not trying to tell you that you should sell your XRP and buy that, because I already told you your return on investment's probably going to be better with XRP than Bitcoin. With that, I love you all, and I will see you all soon. I am out. What a day in history. Great day for us all. Mankind moved forward in leaps and bounds today. Love y'all.